Hello everybody, it is Dankamyouknow, and I am back to review my new monitor, which is the MSI G27C5. As you can see right behind me, it's a 1080p, 165 hertz, 1 millisecond response time monitor, and I wanted to go ahead and throw my 2 cents on it. So stick around and let's get into this thing. And here is the monitor, and the first thing I want to point out is my amazing wallpaper, which is Zelda Breath of the Wild from the Nintendo Switch. One of my favorite games right now. Unfortunately, I'm all done with it, so I'm eagerly waiting for the second one. And let's go ahead and step to the side here, and you can get an idea of how curved this thing is. It is a 1500R curve. And it is a 16:9 aspect ratio. And coming up here, you can see it does have very narrow bezels on the side, the top, and at the bottom, we do have the MSI logo. And then at the bottom right, we have the power button, which is to the left of that white light. And this is an AMD Freesync capable monitor. So with my system, which is a 3700X Ryzen processor and an RX 5700 graphics card, it works absolutely perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn this around and kind of tilt it up so we can see the back. And this monitor does come with the stand, but I chose to mount it on my Amazon Basics monitor arm mount, which I feel is a lot cleaner, and you can angle the monitor pretty much any way you want. And looking at the back, I've got mine hooked up to DisplayPort, and it does have one DisplayPort at 1.2, and that is capable of 165 hertz. It's got two HDMI ports at 1.4, and those are capable of 144 hertz. It's got one earphone out jack, and it's got one Kensington lock. And it is also VESA mountable, and mine's at 100 millimeters right now, but it is capable of mounting it at 75 millimeters, depending on what kind of mount you have. And like I was saying, it does come with the stand, so if you wanted to go with the stand, and unfortunately it's in the box, so I do not have a picture of what the stand looks like. Let's bring this back around. See if I can set it with one hand down to where I like it, which doesn't seem like it's going to be possible right now. And it is a very clean monitor. It looks great with my setup. And my camera is only capable of 1080p at 60 frames per second, but I'm going to go ahead and show you some in-game footage of Modern Warfare so you can kind of see how it looks. And let's get into that right now. Alright, so I loaded a match here in Modern Warfare, and this is just a private match, just so you can get a feel for how this game looks. And it is very clean. Right now I'm gaming at about 160 frames per second to 170, so with the 165 hertz monitor refresh rate, it is absolutely clean. And recruit bots are absolutely tearing me apart. Alright, let me load back in here. Yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. Let's see if I can get out in the sun here so you can kind of see this gun here. Reload. Take a look up at the sky. It is a very clean picture. Let's run around here for a second. Let's see if I can get this bot. There it is. And here it is kind of from my perspective. Super clean. Amazing for gaming. So we are back at my desktop, and I wanted to go over one of my favorite features for this monitor, and that is the settings navigation. And there's going to be a little joystick on the back right here, and I'm just going to click it in, and it's going to bring up all of the settings for the monitor. And you got different game modes, night vision, response time, refresh rate. You can even throw a reticle on the middle of your screen. And Freesync is turned on. And And it's got a whole bunch of different options as far as different modes go. Image enhancement. I mainly messed around with getting my brightness and contrast dialed in, and a lot of that was adjusting in-game. And right now I'm on DisplayPort, and yeah, a whole bunch of different settings for it. And one thing with most monitors that I've always disliked is getting through the menus and adjusting things. It's always been several buttons to mess with, and on this one it is just a little joystick, and probably the easiest and most intuitive I've seen on a monitor so far. Oh, and it timed out. Yeah, super clean interface for the settings. Very impressed. So for my overall impressions of this MSI G27C5, I like it a lot, especially for the price point. I bought mine for $230 from Costco.com. And that was June 1st, I believe, of 2020. And it came with a 2-year warranty, and I use a credit card, so it is now a 4-year warranty. So any dead pixels, anything, I could just return it to them. And no, I'm not getting paid by Costco. I wish I was. It is my absolute favorite store, as funny as that is to say. But the monitor's been fantastic. Gaming on it it's clutch. 1 millisecond response time, 165 hertz. And I'm coming from gaming on a PlayStation 4 Pro, so gaming at 60 frames per second, 60 hertz, it is an insane jump to PC game at 165 hertz, 65 frames per second. It is amazing to play first-person shooters, and I haven't really messed around with too many RPGs or anything like that. My computer, which I reviewed already, is still pretty new to me, so I'm still getting into quite a bit of games here. I'm used to Sony exclusives and gaming on there, which I still do have. I'm going to play The Last of Us Part 2 and God of War and all those good games. But the monitor, fantastic. I would highly recommend it. They do make a 1440p version, which I may go for in the future. I don't really want to spend that kind of money right now after just buying this a couple weeks ago. But I can definitely see going a 1440 route for my build, a 3700X and an RX 5700. But the 1080p at 165 hertz, it's amazing. You definitely will not be disappointed. I hope I covered everything in this video. If there's anything I missed out, please comment down below. I hope this is useful. So yeah, any questions, please feel free to let me know. And I may do another video later after, maybe 3 months, 6 months of my impression then, but I would highly recommend this monitor. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you guys in another video.